Thanks everybody for joining me today for our deep stretch workout. We are going to go ahead and get started with a warm-up. For our warm-up today, I'm going to start standing. I have my yoga mat laid out and I'm just going to stand in the center. We're going to go through just a nice full body warm-up so we're ready to dive into a little bit deeper of stretching. So find a comfortable standing position and we're going to get started. We're going to start with just a little deep breathing to kind of wake our bodies up. My feet are shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward. I'm going to start by taking a big inhale breath as I raise my hands, fingertips to the sky, feeling that spine reach all the way up to the sky as you're really reaching as tall as you can. And then on your exhale, just bringing my hands back down at my sides. I'm going to focus on taking 3 really deep breaths here, filling your lungs as big as you can, and then really exaggerating that exhale. So when you're ready, taking that big deep breath in as your hands come back up to the sky, pausing at the top as you inhale, and then exhale, release, and let your hands come back down to your side. Last time here, taking that big inhale as you reach up tall, and then exhale, hands are coming back down at your side. From here, we're going to go into a forward fold. So I'm just going to start the same way by taking that big inhale breath as I reach my hands overhead. This time on my exhale, I'm going to hinge forward at my waist. Hands are going to come down towards my feet, towards the mat, reaching down as far as you can here into that forward fold. Feeling that stretch in the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, a little bit in your lower back. From here, we're going to take it into a halfway lift. So I'm going to lift up halfway, bringing my hands to about my knees until my chest is parallel with the floor. Taking an inhale breath in this halfway position, and then on your exhale, taking it all the way back down to your forward fold. Hands come down towards your feet. And we'll go one more time here. We're lifting up halfway. Hands come to about knee level. Big inhale breath, and then on your exhale, one more time back into that forward fold. Pausing at the bottom of your forward fold, just taking a moment here. If it feels good to let your head hang loose, maybe grabbing onto your opposite elbows, using that forward body weight to really feel the stretch in the backs of your legs. And just taking a moment here. And then when you're ready, slowly coming back up into that tall standing position, letting your arms come back down at your side. Once you're back into that standing position, just take a moment to let your body recover. I don't know what happened to my playlist there. It's going rogue. I'm going to change it. Once you're back up into that standing position, arms are down at your side. We're going to go into some neck circles. We're going to do half neck circles. So I'm going to start by bringing my left ear down towards my left shoulder, feeling that stretch throughout the right side of my neck. And then we're going to bring our chin to our chest. Nose will point down towards the floor. And then bringing that right ear over to your right shoulder. And we're just going to move through that half circle at your own pace, taking whatever time you need to transition from left to right. Feeling that stretch on both sides of your neck, in the back of your neck. I'm going to rotate about 3 times. Once you're feeling good with your neck circle, I'm going to bring my head back up to neutral. Relax your shoulders and let your arms hang. I'm going to start with arm circles on my right arm. So I'm going to leave my left hand down at my side. With my right hand, I'm going to reach up towards the sky and do arm circles backwards, slowly bringing that arm behind my back and then around to the front. Just focusing on that right arm here, going as slow as possible to really just feel each movement and that stretch throughout your arm, the side of your body, your chest, your back. I like to connect it to my breath. So taking a big deep breath in as that arm raises up tall, And then exhale as it comes behind your back. Gonna do one more. Once my right hand is back down at my side, I'm gonna let my right arm go still, and I'm gonna do the same thing on my left. Left arm circles backwards, reaching that left hand up tall to the sky before bringing it behind your back. Connecting it to your breath as you inhale and reach tall, and exhale as it comes back down. One more time. Once that left hand is back down at your side, we're going to move into a chest opener. I'm going to bring my hands into goalpost formation or cactus arms, bending my elbows. My right elbows to the right, my left elbows to the left, and my fingertips are pointing up towards the sky. From here, I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together as my chest slightly comes forward, feeling that openness in your chest from about your chest to your shoulders. Taking a big deep breath in as you're pulling those shoulders back. And then when you're ready to release, hands come back to center. We're going to do that 3 times at your own pace as you squeeze those shoulder blades together, opening up the chest. And then exhale as your arms come back. One final time here, opening up that chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And exhale, hands come back to center. After that 3rd chest opener, I'm going to let my hands fall down at my side. We're going to finish out our little arm upper body stretch here. I'm going to interlace my fingers in front of my chest, so they just kind of holding my own hands, fingers interlock. My palms are facing my chest, my knuckles are facing the wall in front of me, and my elbows are bent. When you're ready, I'm going to extend my arms straight out in front of me, out from my shoulders. My hands are going to switch positions, so my palms are facing the wall in front of me. Now my knuckles are facing my chest. Feeling that stretch in your hands, down your wrists, through your arms. Feeling your shoulder blades separate here. Your chest caves in just slightly to feel that separation in your back. And we'll hold it here just for about 10 more seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. We're going to do that same thing this time behind our back. So I'm going to clasp my hands behind my back, interlacing my fingers. My knuckles are against my back. My palms are facing the wall behind me, and my elbows are bent. This time, I'm going to extend my arms back behind me, extending them out straight. This time you feel those shoulder blades squeeze together again. Chest comes forward. Arms are extended back behind you. Holding this position here, if that feels good for you. If you want to take it a little bit deeper into that shoulder stretch, you can hinge at your waist until your chest is parallel to the floor. That's going to raise your arms up towards the ceiling behind you. Just intensifying that shoulder stretch, if that feels good. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back up to standing, releasing those hands. We're going to finish out by just finishing with our forward arm circles. So we did arm circles backwards. We're going to do them forward, starting on that right hand. This time, bringing your hand up towards the ceiling, but your arm's going to come down in front. Just whatever the opposite direction of the first arm circle that you did. Still taking your time. I like to go very slow. Connecting it with your breath if that feels good. Inhale as you reach tall. And exhale as your arms come in front. Last one. Once that right hand is back down at your side, we'll switch to the left. Same thing, arm circles forward on that left arm, reaching up tall, and then bringing your arm down in front of your body. Just doing about 3 of these at your own pace. Last one. Once that left hand is down at your side, we're going to finish it out just by shaking it out. Wiggle your fingers, maybe a couple punches towards the ground. Shake out your shoulders. Whatever movement feels good to just wiggle it out, shake it out, and let your arms go still. From here, we're going to move into open the gate to open up our hips, stretch out our hamstrings and our glutes. I'm going to start by bringing my right knee up towards my chest. With that right knee, I'm going to take it out wide to the right, so I'm opening up my hips inside my groin, lowering your right foot back to the floor, and then feet come together. We'll do that same thing on the left leg. Left knee comes up towards your chest, taking that left knee out wide to the left, lowering your foot down, and then feet come together. We'll do about 3 of these on each leg, again at your own pace. I like to go slow, kind of challenging your balance also just a little bit as you're opening up those hips, feeling that stretch in the inside of your leg. One more time on each side. And last one. Once both feet are back flat on the floor, we are going to finish it out here with a wide leg forward fold, taking my legs as wide as comfortable, finding a good base with your legs wide, toes pointed forward. From here, final time, reaching those arms up towards the sky. Big inhale breath, biggest of our warm-up yet. And then on your exhale, hands are going to come down in between your feet. Taking a moment at the bottom to just feel that stretch in the backs of your legs, in your lower back. If it feels good while you're in this wide leg forward fold, I'm going to bend one knee at a time. So just slightly bending that right knee, straightening out that right leg, and then slightly bending your left leg. You'll feel that stretch a little bit deeper in your ankles, your calves, your groin. Just adding a little bit of movement into this wide leg forward fold. And in 3, 2, 1, slowly coming back up to standing. When you're ready, feet come back in together, and then shake out that lower body. Wiggle your toes, maybe a couple forward kicks. Just shake it out. That is going to conclude our warm-up. So we're going to go ahead and make it onto our mat for our first seated flow. I'm going to grab a little bit of water as you make your way into a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting with my legs crossed, my knees are bent, but you can find any seated position that feels good for you here. Once you are comfortable, we're going to start with some side bends, seated side bend. I'm going to either plant your left hand on the floor or on your left knee, wherever feels good. We're going to start with our right hand raising up overhead and then leaning to the left. With your left hand, whether it's on your knee or on the ground, maybe bending that left elbow, seeing if you can get that left elbow maybe to the floor to really emphasize this left side bend stretch. And we'll hold here for just about 10 more seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, slowly coming back up into your tall seated position, lowering that right hand down, and we'll switch to the left. My right hand is flat on the ground or on your knee. Left hand is going to come up overhead. Fingertips will point to the wall to the right as you lean over and bend into that right arm. Feeling that stretch all throughout the left side of your body. And we'll hold it for another 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release, coming back up to our seated position. We'll go one more time on each side. When you're ready, your right hand comes back up overhead, leaning to the wall to our left, into that seated side bend, feeling it stretch throughout our right side body. From here, if it feels good, turning your nose to face the ceiling adds in that extra little stretch, if that feels good. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back up to center. Finishing our side bends out with one last time on our left side, raising our left arm up overhead, pointing to the right. Right arm comes down to your knee, to the floor. And again, turning that nose to face the ceiling. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Both hands coming back down. Taking a moment to just let your body recover. Taking a couple deep breaths. From here, we're going to go into some seated cat-cow. So again, I have my knees or my legs sitting cross-legged. My knees are bent. I'm going to put my right hand on my right knee, my left hand on my left knee. And we're going to move through cat-cow, checking in with your posture, sitting up nice and tall. To start, we're going to push our belly buttons forward, slightly arching our back. Head faces the wall in front of us, feeling that stretch in our lower back, in our core. Using your hands on your knees to just give some leverage, really pulling those knees back to be able to push that belly button a little bit farther forward if that feels good. And then when you're ready, bringing your belly button to spine. Your spine is going to try to reach the wall behind you, your chin to your chest. And just moving through this cat-cow at your own pace. We'll go for about 30 seconds here, just moving through cat-cow. Feeling that spine stretch in both directions. As you bring your chin to your chest, feeling that stretch in between your shoulder blades, down your spine. As your belly button comes forward and you raise that head up, feeling that stretch in your lower abs, your hips. And in 3, 2, 1, bringing your body back to center, taking a moment to just let your body rest. When you're ready, I'm going to extend my right leg long while keeping my left leg bent. So the bottom of my left foot is touching the inside of my right thigh, and my right leg is extended straight. Finding a comfortable spot here, playing around with where that foot is located on your leg, whatever feels best. The closer that foot is to your body, the deeper the bend in your left knee will be. So if it feels better to extend that left leg a little bit farther down, that's totally fine. Just finding a comfortable spot. From here, we're going to go into an extended right leg stretch. So raising both of our hands up overhead, feeling our spine reach tall towards the ceiling. And then when you're ready, both hands will come down towards that right foot, rubbing onto your right toes, your right shin, your right knee. It's okay to have a bend in that right leg as well. If that feels good, you can bring that chest towards your right thigh. Just finding what works best for you, feeling that stretch throughout your right hamstring, the left side of your back. We'll hold here for another 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back up to a seated position, we are going to switch legs. This time extending our left leg out straight. Our right knee is going to bend, the bottom of our right foot coming towards the inside of our left leg. Resetting your posture, sitting up tall, your hips stacked right underneath your shoulders, spine is straight. And then when you're ready again, reaching tall up towards the sky. And then hinging over, trying to grab those left toes, your left shin, left knee. And we'll hold here for about 15 seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back up to our seated position, we're going to leave our left leg out straight, and we're going to straighten out our right leg into this kind of V shape. So both of our legs are straight, but out wide. So we're going to take this into a wide seated forward fold. Again, finding your comfortable position here. You don't want to feel uncomfortable as you're in this wide leg position seated. So if you have to bring your legs in a little bit closer, just finding what's comfortable. From here, I'm going to start with my hands on the floor just in front of my body, and I'm going to just gently walk my hands forward until I find a point where I can hold it comfortably, feeling that stretch in my lower back, in the insides of my legs. And in 3, 2, 1, walking my hands back in towards my body. We'll do that one more time. Taking a moment here to just recover. Taking a deep breath. And then one final time here in this wide seated forward fold, walking your hands straight out in front of you. Maybe you can go 1 little inch farther. Chest points towards the floor, head is pointing towards the floor. And we'll hold here for a final 15. And in 3, 2, 1, walking those hands back in, bringing your legs back in, just getting into a comfortable position here. I'm going to grab a little bit of water and we're going to transition into our next flow, which is going to be a kneeling flow. I'm going to grab a little bit of water, take this time to just recover. I'm going to get into a tall kneeling position. So my knees are on the ground, but my butt is off of my legs. We'll just be here for a few poses. So starting in our tall kneeling position, I'm going to extend my right leg out to the right. My right foot is either flat on the ground or just the side of my foot is on the ground. My left knee is still bent. From here, hinging at your waist just slightly as you stick your butt back. Your hands can come to the ground or just stay on your hips. Feeling that stretch in the inside of your right leg.
Can you explain that again, please?
Yeah. So starting in our tall kneeling position, I'm extending my right leg out wide to the right. So my right leg is straight, has a slight bend. From here, I'm going to push my hips back. So I'm hinging at my waist. My chest is pointing slightly towards the ground just until I feel that stretch in my groin in the inside of my leg on my right side. If it feels good, you can bring your hands down to the floor, or just have that slight bend, feeling that stretch in the inside of your right leg. And when you're ready, coming back up to that tall kneeling position, bringing your right leg back in, planting my right leg on the ground, and we're going to do the same thing on the left side. Extending my left leg out straight to the left. My right knee is still bent. You can have a slight bend in your left knee as well, and having that left foot either flat on the floor or straight out, maybe the side of your foot is on the ground, whatever feels best with that left foot. Same thing here, gonna slightly hinge forward, sticking your butt back just until you feel that stretch in the inside of your left leg. And again, if it feels good, you can bring your hands flat to the ground, so you're kind of in an extended tabletop. But if not, you can just lean forward. And in 3, 2, 1, bringing that left knee back into your kneeling position. We'll do one more from this tall kneeling position. Going to stretch out our calves and our hamstrings. So this time, I'm going to extend my right leg out in front. So my right foot is going to be flat on the floor. My right knee is bent. From here, you can have your hands on your hips or just down at your side. I'm going to push my hips forward, so I'm deepening the bend in my right knee until you're at a position where you can hold it and feel that stretch in your hamstring, in your glute on that right side. If it does feel good for you in this position, you can bring your hands down on either side of your right foot for more of a runner's lunge position, or you can stay up tall with your hands on your hips, chest facing the wall in front of you, whatever feels best. But really deepening the bend in your right knee. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back up to that tall position, keeping my right leg flat on the floor here. This time, I'm going to extend my right leg straight. My right heel is on the ground, my right toes are in the air, and I'm just going to hinge again at my waist, sticking my butt back. My chest comes forward. This time I'm feeling that stretch throughout my right calf, the back of my right knee. Hands can come down to the floor on either side of your right leg. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Gonna bring my right knee back to the start. Take a moment here to let those knees recover. I like to sit back onto my feet, just give my knees a break. But if that doesn't feel good, you can just sit on your bottom, whatever gives your knees a little bit of rest before we do the left leg. When you're ready, getting back up into my tall kneeling position. This time we're going to bring our left foot flat on the ground in front of our body. So our left leg is bent at a 90-degree angle. Our right leg, knee is on the floor, but our right leg is flat on the ground behind us. From here, same thing. I'm going to put my hands on my hips and just gently press my hips forward as I deepen the bend in my left knee. Feeling that stretch this time on that left side leg, maybe a little bit in your calf, your hamstring, your glute. Again, if it feels good, you can plant your hands on the floor on either side of your left foot, taking that lean forward a little bit deeper into a runner's lunge. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back up into that tall position. This time, extending our left leg straight. My left heel is on the ground. My left toes are in the air. Same thing here. This time I'm going to stick my butt back, hinging at my waist. My chest comes forward to face the floor. Hands are on either side of that left leg for a little bit of support. Feeling this stretch deeper behind my knee and in my hamstring. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back up tall, bringing my left knee back down, and taking this time to let your body recover. Whatever feels good here, to get off of your knees, maybe just sitting on the ground, and just taking a moment. I'm going to grab a little bit of water. We're going to transition on to our backs. So taking this time to just make your way to a lying position. Once you're ready, my back is flat on my mat. My legs are extended straight out in front of me. My whole body's just flat on the ground. Arms are down at my side. I like to take a moment here to just rest. Feel your body against the floor. Your spine is straight, pressed into the floor. And take a couple deep breaths just to reset. Taking a big inhale breath, holding it at the top just for a second. And then release. I'm going to do that 3 times. You can follow along with me or just at your own pace. Taking a big inhale breath, filling up your lungs, feeling your chest kind of expand towards the ceiling. And exhale. Final time here. Big deep breath in. And exhale. From here, once you're ready, I'm going to bring my right knee in towards my chest, hugging that right knee in towards my body. Both of my hands are on the top of my right knee and just gently pulling in towards my body. Choosing your own pressure here to add as you pull that knee in, feeling the stretch in my right hip, my right hamstring. From here, if it feels good, I'm going to take my right knee out wide to the right. So just letting that right knee kind of fall to the right side, still keeping the bend and that pressure with my hands. You can maybe let your left hand drop and just hold on to that right knee with your right hand. But taking this leg out wide, so now I'm feeling the stretch more in the inside of my right leg, my inside hip on that right side. And then from here, taking this all the way over into a lying twist. So now my right knee is going to come back to center, but now I'm going to bring it across my body to the left, trying to leave my shoulders and my upper back flat on the ground. My head stays facing forward or facing up towards the ceiling. So as I bring that right knee over, I'm just feeling that twist in my lower back. Let my right hand kind of let go of that knee. You can maybe replace it with your left hand. And in 3, 2, 1, bringing that right knee back to the center before lowering your right leg back down to the floor. Taking a moment just to, again, let your body recover before we switch to the left side. When you're ready, bringing that left knee into your chest, both of my hands grabbing onto the top of my left knee and hugging in towards my body. When you're ready, going to take this left knee out wide to the left, dropping that knee out wide. My left hand is going to stay on my left knee, but my right hand can drop to your stomach or just down to the floor. The inside of your left leg, feeling that stretch. And when you're ready, into our lying twist, my left knee comes back to center before going across my body over to the right, keeping those shoulders on the ground. Into our lying twist. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back to center, letting that left leg come back down to the floor and taking a moment to recover. Before we transition into bringing both of our knees to our chest, let's do a couple ankle circles, flexing our toes. I'm going to start by flexing my feet so my toes are pointed up towards the ceiling, like I'm trying to touch my toes to my shins and feeling that stretch in your calf. And then when you're ready, pointing my toes down towards the floor and then feeling that stretch in your shins. So just pointing and flexing your feet, maybe a couple clockwise, counterclockwise, windshield wiper, wiggle your toes, any movement to add into your feet that just feels good. And then when you're ready, going to bring both of my knees in towards my chest, hugging both of my knees. My right hand is on my right knee, my left hand is on my left knee in this little egg shape, squeezing your knees in towards your body, feeling your spine against the ground, and just adding in some gentle movement, maybe rocking from left to right, maybe forward and back, like you're massaging your spine against the ground. You can make your movements really exaggerated or really small. Just whatever feels good to you and your body in this position. Option from here, you can stay in this tucked position or we can take it into happy baby. If you're taking it into happy baby, I'm going to bring the bottoms of my feet to point towards the sky. And then with my hands grabbing onto the outsides of each of my feet. So my right hand is going to grab onto the outside of my right foot. My left hand is going to grab onto the outside of my left foot. My feet are like flexed so that the bottoms of my feet are facing the ceiling. And I'm just adding some gentle pressure by pulling my feet down towards my body, feeling my spine push against the floor, but also opening up your hips. My knees are coming out wide from my body. So I'm just really opening up my legs. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Bringing my feet flat down to the floor. My knees are bent. Arms are down at my side. I'm just taking a moment here. We're going to move into some windshield wipers with our knees, but I'm going to start by putting my arms into a T position. So if you have the space, extending your arms out wide from your shoulders. Right hand is extended out to the right, left hand is extended out to the left. From here, I'm going to drop both of my knees over to the right side. And I'm going to turn my head to face my left hand. So adding in just a little deeper twist as you let your knees fall. And then when you're ready, bringing your head back to center, your knees back to flat, your feet back to flat on the floor. And we're going to switch sides. So this time dropping my knees over to the left. My head is going to turn to face my right hand. And then from here, I'm just going to move through this at your own pace. If it feels good for you to add in that head turn at your own speed, or if you just want to windshield wiper your feet and your knees while keeping your head facing the ceiling, that's totally up to you. We'll go for about 15 seconds here, just moving through that windshield wiper at your own pace. And in 3, 2, 1. Knees are coming back to center. My head is coming back to neutral and bringing my arms back in towards my body. We are going to transition from our backs onto our stomachs. So whatever way that feels best for you, I'm going to come back up to a seated position, grab a quick sip of water, and then transition onto my stomach. We're going to move through a little cobra, some child's pose, and down dog before we get into our cool down. So making your way onto your stomachs. Gonna start just by lying flat. My chest is on the ground. I have my right ear on the floor. Hands are down at my side. Just taking a couple deep breaths. When you're ready, we're going to take this into a cobra or a half cobra, whatever your preference is. I'm going to start with cobra. My palms are going to come underneath my shoulders. My elbows are bent. When you're ready, extending my arms straight until my chest is lifted off of the ground, facing forward. In the cobra, my hips also kind of come off of the ground a little bit. If this is maybe a little too intense, you can drop to your forearms. So have your forearms on the ground, palms flat on the floor, still lifting your chest and your head off of the ground. Just a little less deep of a stretch in that lower back here. So choosing what feels best for you. And in 3, 2, 1, and release back down to the ground. We're going to do cobra one more time. And in 3, 2, 1. Choosing your variation of Cobra one last time here. While you're in your Cobra, if it feels good, you can turn your head from the left to the right. You'll kind of feel a deepening of a stretch in your lower back just by where your head is facing. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. From our Cobra, we're gonna go right into a child's pose. So my hands are stacked underneath my shoulders. I'm gonna stack my knees underneath my hips for a tabletop position here. I'm gonna take my knees out wide and then bring my toes together. From here, sitting back onto my feet, keeping my arms extended out in front of me. Maybe you can even walk your arms a little bit further as your chest and your head come towards the floor into this child's pose position. We're going to hold it here for 15 more seconds. In your child's pose, options, hold it here, or if it feels good, I'm going to walk both of my hands a few feet over to the right. So now both of my hands are reaching to that right side. I'm feeling a little deeper of a stretch throughout my left side body. And then walking my hands over to the left, or whatever opposite direction. I might have switched the directions. But reaching your hands over to the opposite side before coming back to center. And in 3, 2, 1, I'm going to come up out of child's pose back into our tabletop. My hands are stacked underneath my shoulders. My hips are stacked underneath. My knees are stacked underneath my hips. Bringing your knees in a little bit closer if they're still out wide. We have a very flat back so that you could balance something in this position on your back. From here, we're going to move through cat-cow in our tabletop position, dropping that belly button to the floor, head faces forward, feeling your spine curl down. And then when you're ready, chin to chest, belly button to spine, spine up to the ceiling. And just moving through here for about 15 seconds at your own pace. In my cow position, I like to add in a little extra movement. So as my belly button is to my spine is to the ceiling, maybe shifting your weight back towards your feet, maybe doing a circle with your body, a big clockwise circle, counterclockwise circle. Just adding in some movement, maybe bending one elbow at a time down towards the floor. And then when you're ready, bringing my body back into that tabletop position. Back is flat. We're going to curl our toes down for downward dog. So curling your toes onto the floor. And then when you're ready, lifting your butt up into the air, extending your legs straight, finding a comfortable position for your feet, maybe walking in closer to your hands, maybe further away from your hands. And I'm going to bend into one knee at a time. So bending my right knee, my left foot goes flat on the floor. Bending my left knee, my right foot goes flat on the floor. Feeling that calf stretch. My chest and my head are facing my legs, so my arms are really extended. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back down to your tabletop position. I'm going to sit back onto my feet, back into a seated position, and let your body recover. Awesome job, everybody. We are going to transition into a little bit of a final cool down. Gonna grab a little bit of water, taking this time to just recover before we finish out our workout for today. I'm gonna get back into a seated position for some butterfly, bringing the bottoms of my feet together. My knees are bent and pointed out to the right and to the left. In your butterfly position, once you're comfortable, gonna grab onto my toes and just lean forward towards my feet. And we'll hold here for about 15 seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back up to a seated position, but I'm gonna leave my feet in this butterfly position. I'm gonna bring my hands behind my back, so palms are flat on the floor behind me. I'm gonna lean back, using my hands to support my body weight, and just let my knees fall out wide, maybe extending your butterfly to be a little bit longer, moving your feet away from your body. And just leaning back into your hands, opening up your chest and your hips to the wall in front of you. Maybe slightly squeezing your shoulder blades together and your chest points forward. Bringing your nose to point towards the ceiling. Just really opening up everything for a final 10 seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, extending your legs out straight, still in that seated position here. From here, I'm gonna walk my hands down my legs into a forward fold, stopping at a point that you can hold here for about 15 seconds. My chest is facing my knees. My chin is kind of tucked to my chest. And in 3, 2, 1, walking my hands back up towards my body as I come back up into a seated position. We are going to finish out our last few minutes by finding a position that feels best for you to just recover, relax, whether that's just laying on your back, maybe a seated position, maybe it's child's pose. Getting into whatever position for a little bit of restoration here to finish out our workout. When you're ready, starting to add some movement back into your body. I'm going to do a few deep breaths if you want to follow along with me to finish out here. We're going to go 3 times. When you're ready, taking a big inhale breath wherever you are. And exhale. Second time, big inhale breath, filling up your lungs, feeling your chest expand. And exhale. Final time here, big inhale breath. And exhale. Once you're ready, I'm gonna make my way back up from my lying position into a seat. Wherever you are here, just adding some movement back into your body. That is all I have for us today. Thanks for joining me for our deep stretch workout. We will see you all next time. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank